Man, another record that was broken. Steve Kerr holds the record for the most wins in Warrior history. You've been there for all of them. Is there a moment that exemplifies his coaching that also represents your relationship with him?
I think just his demeanor, man. Steve always know the right thing to say. He always know the right adjustment to make, especially in a playoff series. I don't think there's anybody in the world that can make adjustments like this dude in a playoff series. It's
Right.
unbelievable, man. Like, the only time I've ever seen him not know the adjustment to make ever in a playoff series was against the Lakers a few years ago. The only reason he didn't know what the adjustment to make was that we just didn't have the size to compete with them. Like we didn't have the lanes.
They just outmatched
Yeah,
y'all.
they were just outmatched. Like we were
Yeah,
just
y'all were
outmatched.
outmatched. Yeah, for
This
sure.
man always knows the adjustment to make. Yeah, I can go on a tangent about all these other things, but to be in the playoffs and always know the adjustment and never rattled, like I don't know how much more. I see coaches in the NBA get rattled every day. This
Yeah.
man's never rattled. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand how big that is when you're in a playoff series. We've beat teams because I just watched their coach crumble. You know what I'm saying? And Steve is never rattled, but just always locked in, man. I think those moments right there is what exemplifies him, his coaching. Is
Yeah.
the bigger the moment, the better he is.
That's what's
And
up.
there's not many people that you could say that about. The bigger the moment get, the more dialed in he is, the bigger the moment get, the more confident he is. It's like he come alive when the moments gets big. Man, that there's just not many people that can do that. You see a lot of coaches around this league have great regular seasons and they can never close the deal. The bigger the moment for Steve, the better he is.
Shout out to Steve Kerr, man.
Yeah, and I think my relationship with him today is better than it's ever been. And I think in large part, we both mature. Like he matured as a coach, I matured as a player. I had to mature way more than he needed to mature, obviously. But Steve was a first time coach when he first became my coach. So
Right.
you also go through those roads of growth as well. You know,
Yeah.
our relationship now, hey, I know when to shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Earlier in my career, I can't say I knew when to I know when to shut the hell up now.
Right.
But he did everything he needed to do to gain my trust as a coach. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people who just believe, oh, they gave you the title coach, you
You know what you're
deserve
doing.
respect.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that's
Man, we
not
all
real.
been through that. Yeah.
Yeah, like he did everything plus more that he needed to do. Tom Izzo was my coach, bro. Like he did
Mm.
everything plus more that he needed to do to show me that he was a great coach and that I should believe all the things that he says. And now I don't have really a question about anything. If I do, I tell him, "Hey, coach, I think this, but I'm definitely going to try it your way. But if I struggle with that, or if we struggle with that, maybe we can make this adjustment."
Right.
Whereas opposed to when I'm younger, I'd be like, "Nah, man, I don't think we should do that. We should do it like this."
Yeah.
And it's like, no, those are two different statements. You know what I'm saying? And so I've learned a lot, but man, my relationship with him, I just have such a huge appreciation for him because he's just taught me so much about winning, man. So much about being a winner in this league, so much about winning at the highest level
Yeah.
that, you know, my appreciation for Steve at this point in my career is through the roof. And I think his is probably the same for me. We've done it all together. You know, every win he's got, like you said, all of his wins I've been here for. And it's a
Mhm.
beautiful thing to watch him dominate as a coach in this league and be one of the all-time greats because that he is.
Shout out to Steve Kerr. Most wins of Warrior history. You know, Steve Curry did play with a dude named Dennis Rodman, right? And Draymond Green, you are nothing like Dennis Rodman, sir. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel
Absolutely.
like for Steve Kerr, having someone like you is, advantageous to him and just reminds him when he was playing how locked in Rodman was. But, having Draymond versus Draymond gonna show up. Draymond is gonna do all the right things outside of tackling people and, punching and punching people, but he ain't no Robin. You know what to expect. He's a good young man. He comes from a great family, and
Absolutely.
he exudes that in his off the court behavior. You know
That
what I
part.
mean?
That
Now,
part.
it's,
I was
now it's
raised
on the
right. I always
court.
tell people I was raised right now. Don't ever get it twisted. I was raised right. My rookie initiation was as rookies, me, Harrison, Festus, and Kent Bazemore. We were in Denver, and we had a team dinner, and they were ordering everything, man. Richard Jefferson ordered this big 108-pound porterhouse steak that was to serve 6 people for himself. They were ordering shots. I'm just looking around like, dang, these dudes ordering everything. That's dope. They brought us to dinner. That's dope.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I'm a second-round pick, so I ain't had no money. This
You
is
ain't
the
had
very
no
beginning of the
cheese.
season. It ain't November 15th. I ain't started getting paid yet. I ain't got no dough. And they like, yeah. So at the end of it, they like, yeah, so this has been a great dinner. Excited about the opportunity that this team have. We can, get to the playoffs. At that time, we just talking about getting the playoffs. We think we got a chance to
Yeah.
get to the playoff. Young fellas, really appreciate y'all, man. Happy to have y'all here. Y'all gonna bring some winning ways. Also appreciate y'all taking care of this dinner, and all of them walked out. We get the bill. It's $18,000.
Wow.
Kent Bazemore undrafted. I ain't got no dough. I'm a second round pick. Festus and Harrison got some dough. They both
You ain't
cheap
got
as hell, so
you
they
ain't got
wasn't
no
trying to
yeah, you
pay.
ain't got no money like that on your card though.
Shout out to Eric Hausen, man. Eric Hausen left the team credit card on file for us and took care of it before. I ain't had no dough. I was screwed.
Oh man, I'd have been
I had
crying.
no chance at paying
I'd
that
have been
bill.
crying.
$4,500.
Hey, bro,
I
I'd
ain't
have
had
been
no
crying.
dough.
I would have been crying. They did us like that.
Man, I was hot, like 4,500. I don't know what they expect me to do with this, bro. I'm a second round pick. I ain't got no bread. I got my advance on my salary, my advance on my first year salary a month and a half ago. $60,000 advance.
Yeah.
I
It ain't
cried.
that.
I got $27,000 back after taxes. Didn't know what was going on. I got to get a car, which I was renting a car because I couldn't afford to buy a car. So I was renting a car just because they was doing it on credit. I ended up owing them $9,000. I could have just put a down payment down on a car. I had to get some furniture for my apartment, but
Come
I ain't
on,
had no
dude.
dough like that. And they put that bill on us. So shout out
That's
to the young fellas, Jalen getting his
it
car
bees like that.
popcorn, Stephon Castle getting his car put on bricks. Kent Bazemore got his car popcorn, and Festus Ezeli got his car put on bricks. They ain't touched my car,
Hey,
and for good reason, because I told them straight up, listen, I understand y'all the vets, but if y'all do something to my car, I'm the type of guy, I'm going to keep doing. The more y'all do,
I'm
I'm
a
going to keep doing
crash
something to
out.
y'all. So you put
I'm a
popcorn in my
crash
car,
out.
I'm gonna put
Hey,
rats in your car.
hey, bro,
I go too
yeah.
far and I don't know when to stop.
I
So
wish
don't do
Jay
that to
Rich
me.
was your bet. I wish Jay Rich was your bet. Hey, Jay Rich used to get him, bro. Hey, Jay Rich used to get him with the popcorn. He used to take the wheels off
Yeah.
and put them on different levels of the parking structure.
Yeah.
So you have to walk around and find your tires.
Same thing that
Jay
happened
Rich
to
was
Festus.
cold. Yeah.
Same thing that happened. Listen, and I
Jay
told
Rich
them
was
straight up,
cold.
listen, man, they like, no, but you ain't got no money. We can keep playing games. I said, listen, I go too far. So I'm just telling y'all, don't do nothing like that. I ain't gonna.
Right.
Kent has said something wild to Jack. Festus has said something wild to D. Lee. I'm not gonna say anything wild to y'all.
No,
I'm just
that's
letting
what you
y'all know.
don't do.
But don't do that to me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I go way too far.
Yeah, no,
And they ain't
for
do that to
sure.
me. So, shout out to the
Shout out
young
to the
fellas.
vets. Shout out to the vets. Hey, Anthony Mason kicked me out he took the whole team to dinner and kicked me out the dinner because I wouldn't drink. Hey, bro. Hey, Dray. You know, you be like, all right, bro, well, I ain't paying for your ass to eat. You can get up off the table, right?
Yeah.
So I get up off the table. We at the Shark Bar, old school Shark Bar in Atlanta. So I get off the table. I'm like, man, I ain't tripping on this nigga. The food ain't coming. I go to the bar, right? A nigga go, no. Nigga, you gotta go.
He put you out the restaurant?
Hey, bro. Hey, like the whole thing, like he was sweating me. And I was like, bro, you ain't gonna sweat me like this. Like, I'm cool not drinking. And he got up. He was like, man, I was like, bro, I'm cool. He was like, you can just leave, man. I was like, all right, cool, bro. I'm gonna go out the bar and let him cool off. I'm thinking like, because you know how you think like, man, is he playing? Like, nah, he was dead ass. Like, you gonna have a drink and you gonna get your ass up. I said, bro, I'm cool, my nigga. Like, you sweat me like this? Like, nah, I'm gonna go to the bar, bro. So everybody was like, come on, BD, just have a drink, all that. No, I'm cool, dog. I'm hot at this moment. I'm hot. Because he done told me to get up off the table. He ain't paying for me. I pay for my own shit. I go to the bar. Dre, I go sit down at the bar, man. They over there drinking, taking shots, celebrating. He see me. He said, no, no, no. He said, no, you gotta go. You gotta go. Hey, hey, bro.
You
I,
left?
I walked back to the hotel.
Oh, you
I
weren't about to
walk,
mess with Mace?
hey, I walked back to the hotel, bro, and for the rest of that summer league, right, all I can say is, man, I can't wait to get back home, bro. I can't wait to move to Charlotte. And he called me when he got to LA. He was like, where you at? I was like, man, I'm over here with the homie. He's like, I'm in LA. I'm at the club. I said, say no more. I'll be right there. Hey, I pulled up on him, and I had been telling the homies the whole time, like, man, I can't believe it. Because, you can't, ain't in contact after that. I was like, man, I can't believe this. Like, he got me fucked up. Man, we ran up on Mace, him and his homies, and he was like, what's up, fool? What's up? Much more little dog. He was telling his homies. And dog, he was like, man, what's up with your dudes? I was like, oh man, they thought that, like we cool. Hey, we was, I was like, bro, you can't, I ain't one of them ones like that. I'm kind of like a funny, cool dude, but I ain't, like we can get down. We trying to get down. He was like, nah, bro, like you my little bro. Like, what you talking about? I was like, all right, dude. I guess that's how it works. Shit.
Wow. So that is your rookie hazing story
Yeah.
off of
Shout out, rest in peace, Anthony Mason,
that
the
part.
big bully. You know what
That
I
part.
mean? But I call him the big teddy bear because he was always like, he always let me kick it with him, go to comedy stores. But bro, if you did not partake in the team endeavors,
He
he
put
was
you
on
out.
your ass.
That's crazy.